Fulfilling a hospital's request, Tzu Chi volunteers deliver nutritional supplements to a nursing home. Tzu Chi volunteers prepare vegetarian box meals for the Ministry of Interior. Welcome to the Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. The epidemic in China has become not as severe as it was, and the medical staff in one hospital in Hubei province can also feel a bit relief. So recently, they asked city volunteers to deliver the hospital's nutritional supplements to a nursing home.
The epidemic in Hubei province has become less as severe as before, so the medical staff of the Chinese medicine hospital can feel some relief. They hope Tzu Chi can pick up some items from them and give them to other people.
After experiencing this epidemic, we have seen many kind people who are in lesser financial conditions than me, volunteering to help, so I'm very touched, and I want to give of myself to pay back.
Tzu Chi volunteers received the call, so they go to Baitu Town Nursing Home.
A while ago, you donated money to give meals to the Hubei Chinese Medicine Hospital, and we went on your behalf to give them meals. Now, the medical staff from that hospital want to give nutritional supplements that were donated to them to the elderly people in the nursing home.
This nursing home was shut down at the end of January, so the elderly residents, numbered over 60, are in good conditions. The nursing home also appreciates the love from Tzu Chi.
We closed the nursing home very early, so nobody has been infected. We can feel the warmth from the society as they continue to give us many goods, foods, and water. We are not short of anything. We don't have to worry.
While the pandemic is going on, the society is also filled with warmth. Tzu Chi volunteers continue to spread love to any corner that needs it.
As the epidemic is still spreading, an artist and two singers are showing their talents in the City Humanistic Youth Center in Singapore. They want to support the people who are affected by the epidemic and at the same time ease visitors' minds.
Very easy. That one is for COVID-19. Yeah, very easy.
The novel coronavirus epidemic, which is invisible to the naked eye, has not yet been alleviated. Artists and singer-songwriters are responding to the love connection, hoping to support people through their own creations and performances at the Tzu Chi Humanistic Youth Center in Singapore.
Like people who recently died in Wuhan, there are right now 3,700 people. And so we are making that cloth in which everybody can come and sew and do buttons to remember other people. Every day here at 1:30, you'll announce you have a little prayer section through a song. What your video is trying to advocate and teach is to say perhaps it's a healthier, cleaner life. So it's actually more sustainable if you go to the vegetarian. I feel it's respectful, I attend. But then I also realize actually it's also good to also incorporate some of the meditation in my daily life.
Hello， 欢迎大家来到 HYC。今天很荣幸邀请到 Curry Pop 和我们一起用音乐分享爱。
The vegetarian banquet in the afternoon was paired with lyrical song. Two local Singaporean singer-songwriters come to sing every Monday in March, hoping to ease people's mind with their songs.
Maybe the simplest ways to spread some positive energy or good messages.
Actually, everyone should have our own talent, so we can make some contributions by showing it.
There are many loving people in society, yet love must be combined in order to exert its effective power. Apart from doing it by ourselves, we can motivate other people to contribute together so that people's mind can be really purified.
As COVID-19 epidemic worsens in the United States, U.S. city volunteers are taking measures to meet the government's regulations. For instance, City New Jersey chapters for distribution for low-income families has been conducted while implementing preventative measures. In addition, city academies are utilizing online teaching. Meanwhile, City Medical Center will be providing consultation over the phone.
美国的疫情呢是越来越严重，所以我们现在的把关呢就越来越严格。
As the epidemic worsens in California, City Medical Center in Alhambra continues to provide services, but it has stepped up its preventative measures.
As there have been more confirmed coronavirus patients in California, our patients have decreased by 40%. The patients cooperate with our measures as we ask them to sit at a distance of 3 meters from each other. In addition, we only allow people who are seeking medical care to come in and wait in the waiting area.
未来1个月的时间，我们可能就会暂时先不要有面对面的。
Next month, we won't provide face-to-face consultation. We'll change it to a phone consultation. This is a new practice for our Tzu Chi Medical Foundation in the United States.
来讲呢，也是一个全新的这个方式。
To avoid close distance contact between people, the medical center's regular health seminar has been replaced with online broadcast.
这样做的方式呢，就可以让我们的那些
This way, our patients and internet fans can watch our latest health seminar through YouTube at home and ask questions. Our lecturers can answer the questions. The effect is almost the same as before, and this is a way to protect everyone.
几乎是一模一样，而且它很好的保护了大家。
While the medical mission has utilized technology, the education mission, including Tzu Chi academies in Walnut and other states, have started utilizing online teaching. As every state declares a state of emergency, it is more urgent to provide supplies for low-income families. Tzu Chi New Jersey chapter has still conducted weekly food distribution while implementing preventative measures.
Food is really valuable to me. I really use it and I need it. They're still open. Like, that says so much about them. They really, they want to service us still, but also be careful and cautious.
Thank you very much. You are kind-hearted. You let us come here and treat us nicely.
Facing COVID-19, you at Tzu Chi volunteers are working with one mind and one heart to provide love and care to those in need. COVID-19 epidemic has caused global chaos. U.S. and Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers hosted a conference call to report the current situation of the epidemic and how local volunteers are conducting antivirus procedures.
我们希望呢，你呢1个月呢吃1餐素1天素啦，我们会帮你把便当送过来给你吃。
COVID-19 pandemic has confirmed cases of over 40,000 people in the U.S. Vegetarianism can not only improve the public's health and protect the earth, it's also the key to fight the virus. Therefore, Tzu Chi volunteers promote a vegetarian diet with the ideal of zero contact.
早安。
虽然不能在
Although we can't host events at the office, they share vegetarianism online and hope that these mothers can learn more about vegetarian diet, as well as improving their parent-child relationship.
Let's turn our camera to Malaysia. Here, volunteers continue to cultivate themselves through online learning. Nonetheless, there were over 1,000 confirmed cases, and the prevention level has increased. Volunteers work together to make face shields for the frontline medical teams.
总共起来呢，我们就做了5500。
We have made 5,500 face shields in total. Dharma Master Zhen Yan once said that Tzu Chi can be the first, but not the only. So everyone can help make face shields and distribute love in every district.
各自在各区来送爱。
The global epidemic required all humankind to shoulder together and unite all of our hearts, so we can fight this long battle with precautions.
这种真的名副其实，警示灾难呐。但是呢，人类有没有警示的觉悟呢？人力动物命啊，大地之上万物之命，我们都要爱惜它。所以我们。 茹素很重要，你带动人人茹素。
The devastating epidemic is a warning to humans from the nature. We must love and respect all living creatures, and that's how we can safeguard our health.
The COVID-19 epidemic has spread worldwide, and even large companies have offered contingency measures for employees to work at home. Long-distance work has become an important means for enterprises to survive. However, what are the challenges for employers and employees associated with working at home?
登入页面跟注册画面的一些描述，我们会全部改掉。这样。
它从拆分上线是这一次版本会上。
The product manager of a tech startup company in Da'an District, Taipei City, is meeting with 7 members, but not everyone is in the same location. In the office, there are only 2 or 3 employees, and most seats are empty.
After Lunar New Year, we began to work remotely to reduce everyone's risk of COVID-19.
All personnel every week need to spend less than half a day in the company for a meeting. Working in the cloud is thoroughly implemented, and this technology company serves corporate customers through AI technology. They have strong IT capabilities and can modify the original programs and use the internet, as managers do not need to commute to perform working hours. Using technology to solve problems is the epitome of the development of remote work around the world.
1970年代石油危机。
The 1970s oil crisis was the main impetus. The greatest use of energy is transportation.
最多的就是交通。
Scholars point out that in the 1970s, European and American countries began to pay attention to remote working because of the oil crisis. But at that time, communications could only take place by telegraph. It could only be relied on the telegraph, and development was limited. It was not until the 1980s and 1990s when computers and the internet became popular, and remote working became possible with energy savings, the environment, and families benefiting. For employees, self-monitoring and control is important in the absence of face-to-face supervision.
Once you take it slowly, during work one may want to go to the bathroom or stroll off to the convenience store to buy something. After 8 hours at work, you have to set some time yourself if you want to use your home as a place to work.
Long-distance technology helps workers save time commuting, dressing up, and interference from colleagues. It also allows more people to care for their families and gives people with disabilities the opportunity to work at home. However, one should pay attention to the phenomenon of professional isolation.
同事没有在你旁边哦。
Colleagues are not by your side, so it will be more inconvenient to ask questions. This may hinder a person's professional growth in an organization.
相对来讲会比较不利。
Scholars suggest that employees should return to their office to work 1 to 2 days a week. Such a practice balances efficiency and organizational growth.
3图通过防疫隔离假设定。那如果公司不知心的话，我要怎么设定？
Taiwan's first cloud-based human resources system company added an employee leave application via an internet connection. Employees who are isolated at home pick up their phones and log in to their accounts. The system then issues a message to notify the supervisors at all levels and calculates their salary. Even the HR department can go to work while staying at home.
If someone is diagnosed with the disease, maybe the entire company must be isolated. Everything will migrate to the cloud, so HR can be managed at home. One can turn on the computer, for example, and continue to do pay calculation.
However, within the same company, it may not be suitable for all employees to work remotely during the same period of time, as managing all these employees may be a real test.
If a phone call comes into the office, I might be the person that has to answer it. It may be a distress call. An HR program also needs to promote more harmony, which is another challenge.
Long-distance work, in addition to improving production and management and information security, human talent is the ultimate consideration. Although manufacturing and service industries require workers to be present, it's hard to say in the future.
There may be more and more smart factories or factories shut in the future. More and more industries should invest in such remote work R&D.
The current coronavirus epidemic has allowed large and small companies around the world to practice remote work models, not only creating the opportunity to escape the current industrial framework. This will leave us better prepared for the future, even in the face of earthquakes, natural disasters, war, and other disruptions.
From the central government to the local governments, every person works hard to curb the spread of novel coronavirus. To support them, city volunteers in northern Taiwan are preparing vegetarian box meals for the Ministry of Interior.
Tzu Chi volunteers line up and take turns to put 8 different dishes into the meal boxes.
They're guarding at the front line, so they are working hard. Today we're making around 500 box meals, and we have about 30 volunteers here today.
Every box meal is filled with a lot of blessing, and they are delivered to hospitals and the Ministry of Interior before noon. Therefore, the minister is very touched.
I want to say that not just the boxed meals itself, but the sentiments attached are very strong, so thank you very much. They will know that many people care about them and know that their jobs are very meaningful, and many people also support them, will make them feel more fulfilled about their job. I feel this is very extraordinary, so I must thank Tzu Chi today.
The volunteers lead everyone to pray.
During this epidemic, it is still very important to have a healthy diet. But the staff in the Central Epidemic Command Center can get so busy that they often forget to eat, so having these hot box meals are a great encouragement to all the staff in the command center.
Tzu Chi volunteers support the command center officials in their fight against the epidemic.
Lin Kun-wang is the president of a shoe factory in Nantou, Taiwan. He has been a vegetarian for a year. His company provided vegetarian meals to his employees once a week. But because of the epidemic, the company began providing vegetarian meals every day.
Fry ginger powder first and then put these mushrooms inside to stir.
Volunteers go to a factory to teach its employees how to cook vegetarian meals.
Cooking vegetarian meals don't produce too much smoke relatively, and vegetarian meals are healthier to eat.
The factory normally provides 3 dishes and 1 soup to its employees. Volunteers came today with 3 types of vegetables.
Once they fall in love with vegetarian meal, they will know the benefits of eating vegetarian meal, and this is really loving the earth and cultivating compassion.
Because the epidemic has become more widespread, President Lin Kun-wang decided to extend the provision of vegetarian meal from weekly to daily, Monday to Friday.
My cholesterol level was quite high, but after the boss made us eat vegetarian meals, I found that my cholesterol has lowered when I had an examination last week.
He didn't force us to eat vegetarian meals, but he made this vow because of the epidemic, and I found it quite meaningful.
Lin Kun-wang started his business from ground up, and he has been running it for 40 years. Besides Taiwan, he has a factory in Vietnam. After he heard the master's teachings last year, he decided to become vegetarian.
To me, that was a change of attitude. When I decided to become vegetarian, I went to a banquet that evening, and all I ate were rice, tofu, and peanuts.
Volunteers lead employees to pray for a sooner end of the epidemic. A team of doctors also teaches them the correct concepts on epidemic prevention.
Before you touch your eyes, mouth, or nose, you must wash your hands first. Washing with soap is better than using hand sanitizer, and most importantly, do not panic.
Do not panic when facing the epidemic. Wear masks and wash hands often. If we can be vegetarian, we will feel more at ease.
With the outbreak of SARS in 2003, Malaysia's Tzu Chi chapter started to promote vegetarianism. One of the participants vowed to be vegetarian. Facing this wave of COVID-19 epidemic, she increasingly believes in the importance of vegetarianism.
In the past, my favorite food was KFC. Later, I just refused to eat meat. After being vegetarian, I no longer suffer from the street highs. I'm grateful that I am healthy.
A plate of dishes and a bowl of rice are Do Kim Yin's daily meal. For more than 10 years, she became healthier by embracing vegetarianism.
Originally, I was not vegetarian. After I watched the master's teachings, I knew that we should not be greedy. After I watched a documentary program about animals, chickens and ducks being killed, I became aware of this.
During SARS in 2003, Do Kim Yin was introduced to Tzu Chi and decided to start vegetarianism because of her participation in the month of Ramadan. Her body did not decline despite her age. The recent epidemic of COVID-19 made her glad that she could be comforted.
It just reminds us not to eat those animals all the time, and we can be vegetarian to protect the planet.
Taking care of everything and cherishing life can make you live a healthier life with more meaning.
Starting from March 11, Shanghai Tzu Chi volunteers have started to provide vegetarian meals for medical professionals. The initiator of the activity is a young vegetable provider, Tan Gang. Now he's working with Tzu Chi volunteers to deliver vegetarian meals for medical professionals.
我觉得医护人员比较在这个疫情起的作用比较大，才免费送给他们。 一个月每个医护人员领一份，以科室这样形式开始做起来。
When the epidemic broke out, people could not buy food, so I delivered some vegetables to the communities and seniors who could not get vegetables. Now it is convenient for people to buy goods. I've stopped delivering vegetables to them. Now I deliver them to the hospitals according to their needs.
Why do we provide meals? If we provide food, they do not need to go eat meat dishes in the restaurants.
We are promoting vegetarian food. To be honest, global warming is awesome now, so we should adopt a vegetarian diet. We want you doctors to try this. In fact, vegetarian meals can be nutritious and delicious.
Since March 11th, for 6 days a week, volunteers take turns to deliver meals to medical professionals, rain or shine.
Currently, many medical professionals are busy working on the front lines. Lunch has become a problem they have to face. It is inconvenient for them to bring lunches, and ordering meals can be difficult. This heartwarming activity has allowed them to feel people's love. It is also a good opportunity to promote vegetarianism.
I think the vegetarian lunch is quite good. There is protein, egg, and enough nutrition to sustain us for the day.
It is very good. They have put in much thought to make it tasty and look good. I think it is delicious and good looking. Basically, we finish the food every day.
Volunteers are delivering meals to 14 hospitals in Shanghai. Some medical professionals even made videos to thank the volunteers. By providing vegetarian meals to medical professionals, the volunteers hope to nurture their compassion while caring for them. Hepatitis is one major illness occurring in Taiwan. However, a combination of potatoes, carrots, and apples is said to cure hepatitis. Is this true? Let's find out from the experts.
Fruits and vegetables have a lot of phytochemicals and fibers that are essential to our health. It is said on the internet that a liquid combination of potatoes, carrots, and apples can cure the viral hepatitis. What does the doctor think about it?
There are two types of treatments for hepatitis B. One is to start your immune system, and the other is to take medications, which is what most people do. And the medicine will suppress the virus. If you drink the combination juice, it may reduce the inflammation, but the cause of the inflammation, such as the virus, cannot be wiped out.
There's no evidence to show that this combination juice can cure the viral hepatitis. But the doctor feels that it doesn't harm the liver, so there's no need to stop people from drinking it. However, a nutritionist has an important reminder for people with chronic diseases.
It's the people with diabetes. This juice is made with fruit, so the juice will raise the blood sugar level. And the patients with kidney disease, especially in the final stage of disease, cannot drink this juice because the juice contains potassium, so patients with either of these two problems should avoid it.
The medical field has a lot of antiviral medicines against the viral hepatitis, so people should seek medical help instead of using unfounded remedies because it can lead to more damage to your body.
In Taichung, a man became paralyzed due to an accident last September. Taichung Tzu Chi Hospital superintendent has led medical staff and volunteers to care for him at his home. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.